Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love.
Do-do-do-do.
Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day fiancé.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality gaze.
Let's love.
Ooh, Christina.
Stop. She doesn't want to see that. Stop.
Ooh.
Don't you knock that camera over. Oh, stop. I'm so sorry, Christine.
That better not go on the live. That better not go on the show.
It probably will.
Ah!
Y'all, welcome to...
That's my butt.
Y'all, welcome to Toe Poodle just showed
Seen
his
a
butt
lot.
to our editor, Christina.
It's seen a lot of miles.
Yeah, we're not going to get sued at all. Thanks.
At Discovery, I tried.
They did.
We beat them. Not really.
Or we
just
rolled
gave up.
over. Yeah, I gave up.
That's true. We actually rolled over to our bellies.
Whatever you want.
and
Whatever
said,
you want.
Fuck us if you like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Y'all, this is Toe.
This is Toe.
Welcome, part 2.
This is Toe.
This is Toe.
Of episode 3.
This is episode...
Fight for love.
This is 3-2. Or 3-3.
Fight for love.
Admit it. Yes, please write that 80s song.
Yeah. It's
By Poodle Benatar. Poodle
That-
Benaho.
still a hoe.
Still a hoe. Hey, y'all. We mentioned, like, we'll be brief, but this episode...
we won't.
This episode's coming out on Tuesday night. Y'all.
Can't get comfortable.
Tomorrow, on Wednesday, pre-sale for the Patreon and Supercast
For
tickets.
our tour.
Go for our
The Live, Laugh,
live tour. They go on sale.
Get it?
Get it? They go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. If you do that, you have to
Pre-sale.
Yes, you have to get the code from either an email in Patreon, or if you're a Supercast,
We got a little...
We'll post a little audio clip, and we'll include the live the
Indeed.
code in that.
Indeed.
Now, if you are like, fuck y'all, I like listening to commercials and I'm not giving you any more money, that's fine too. Tickets will go on sale on Friday, but they could be sold out.
I
or
kind
close
of
to.
respect that.
I do too.
Where it's just like, fuck you.
Fuck you, gays. You get enough. I don't want it. I don't want to listen to you talk about more shit. This is enough.
It's fair. I'll
That's
listen to
fair.
commercials.
That's fair. I got to listen to my true crime and my stories of this American life. I don't have time for y'all. I respect that to the hills.
Me too. People
Yeah.
have lives and
People have
families.
lives. So there you go.
The same way we do appreciate the ones as soon as we put out a show on our Patreon, we still have some of you thirsty motherfuckers listening right as
And we
soon as drop
we
it.
appreciate that
And
very
we
much.
really appreciate that.
We do.
I'll never get. As soon as we post something, we get DMs about it, and so I know you guys are listening as soon as we post
It's
it.
always enjoyable. So so that's happening. Also, Poodle, talk about our Patreon poll for our bi-curious.
September's poll.
We're caught up. Y'all shaded the fuck out of us for getting behind.
We
but caught
did
up.
we did July's My Unorthodox Live.
Yep.
August So Freaking Cheap.
Yep.
Which lots of people had a lot of thoughts
A
about.
lot of thoughts about.
And then for September, you have 3 choices. It's at the $5 level, or if you're a member, Patreon member, you will get to choose. You will have a part in voting
Yes.
for your favorite.
Yep.
Number 1 is I Love a Mama's Boy. Which is all hot guys this season.
They
as
are.
you told me, even though I've told you 11 times.
Don't remember.
It's also we went back because we had so much fun doing 2 bi-curious episodes of it last time.
Yeah.
And you kind of workshopped your Mary impression.
Yes.
That did get some of your best work, to be honest. Not gonna sugarcoat that.
Thank you.
Little bit of wubba wubba. Did she say wubba wubba?
I think she did, yeah.
No, or maybe that's Julie Brown.
Yeah, I'm gonna have if he's talking about choice number 2 is
Real
the
Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Yes, I'm gonna have to revisit the Mary impression to remember what I created before we bring it back. Although I feel like once I see her, it'll come back pretty clear.
Also, choice 3, and we have heard so many of you say you have to cover this. It's bonkers, blah, blah, blah. Here's your chance. Vote for Prisoner of Love on Discovery Plus. We have heard you. We're not going to cover another Discovery Plus show because there are 24 hours in a day.
There are 24 hours. The Salt Lake City is kind of in the lead.
It's in the lead right now. So
but
if you
when,
want to
when
change
does voting
that,
start or stop?
Wednesday,
the same day the tickets go on pre-sale. So it's a big day for us.
This show's going out on Tuesday.
It's a big day for us. Are you even going to notice what's happening in the world with us?
Nope.
Yeah. It's just going to be, I'll be like,
Lots of
Poodle,
stuff.
Napoleon did today. He was like, I'm busy.
I was busy,
Scott.
So vote. Also, y'all, in our Sissy Squad this month, our charity, that's our private Facebook group. Join the Sissy Squad. We have fun in there.
We do.
We do a charity every month. This week, basically in response to that terrible draconian SB 8 Texas anti-abortion bill. It's not even anti-abortion. It's anti-choice. It's anti-woman. It's anti-freedom.
It is.
Not like masks. If you think masks are anti-freedom, what about this bill?
It's true.
Anyway, but we are raising money for Fund Texas Choice.
Yep.
And that is responsible for helping women who want...
Women have a choice.
Women who want what to do with their bodies go to other places out of state.
Yep.
Place for airfare, place for hotel and accommodations.
We've raised a shit ton of money.
We've raised $5,000, which we normally raise about for charities. We normally say $1,500.
Yeah.
I've had to bump it up 4 times.
So, y'all, I would love... We're not even... It is like September. We're halfway through September.
The next goal is $7,500.
Screw it. I want to raise 10. Let's raise 10. I'm saying it now because Poodle loves it when I change things.
You're going to forget about it, and I'll have to do all of it.
Y'all, let's raise $10,000.
I hate you.
It all direct. The reason why we do
I would love it.
The reason why we do it through Facebook, y'all, so that way we don't get a check. We don't have to send a check.
No, this goes directly to the charity.
You're not going to be a Carl's wife being, did my gays go on a booty trip and spend my money? No, it goes directly to them.
Directly to the charity. That's why Facebook charities are so easy.
They're so easy. So that's the way. And if you're not on Facebook and you still want to give, it doesn't have to be about us.
FundTexasChoice.org.
Go vote for them. Give them your money. It doesn't matter if we're included or not.
And this is, as someone, I've had one DM that has been slightly negative about this. If you think this is political, this is not.
It's not.
This is about choice.
It's about choice for women.
It's about choice being taken away. It's about treating women like they are second-class citizens.
Yep.
And that's not right.
Blessed be.
Blessed be the fruit. Under his eye.
Under his eye. Exactly.
You've never seen that show, have you?
I did. I watched the whole first season.
I can't imagine you watching it. I think you would think it was way too dark.
It was
dark for me. And I love that shit.
I liked it in as far as the world, the story, the character arcs, but I just couldn't see that woman cry in a closet anymore. And that's why I couldn't watch the second season. I was like, that's fine.
I will say...
You know, I watched every episode but the last episode because I was just like...
How can you not watch the last episode?
What's that actress's name? The one who's a Scientologist?
Elizabeth Moss.
I was like, I can't see Elizabeth Moss just cry anymore.
The second season got darker and then it got really good. The third season, holy fuck.
Good or bad?
Both.
I just needed to see her not cry and like start killing people or something.
The show is a long game.
I get it.
No,
I get it.
I understand. I totally understand. That's why I'm shocked you made it that far.
It drew me in really quickly. It's a riveting world that they create, and not riveting.
And I love the actress who plays the wife, Yvonne Ostrovsky. I love her. And Aunt Lydia. I love Aunt Dowd.
They're great acting.
It's Samira Wiley.
Yeah, it's wonderful. But yeah. We're talking about
even Alexis Bledel is decent.
And I hated her in Gilmore Girls, and she's great. She was actually my favorite character.
If you can make Alexis Bledel great,
well done, Handmaid's Tale. Well done.
y'all, somewhere out there, we just critique Carl's wife's favorite actor.
It's true, y'all, because nobody, isn't it weird how nobody really likes Alexis Bledel, but we all like Rory? You do. What?
I root for her.
I root for
I
Rory.
I don't love that character's decision making.
No.
But
Yeah,
I don't like Lorelei's decision making.
No,
either.
but I love.
But
you
I
don't love
understand-
Lorelai?
No, I say I don't love her decision making. I love her, but I'm saying I understand her decision making.
Yes.
I do not understand Rory's decision making.
That podcast that Luke, the guy who does Luke, is supposed to be great.
Oh,
He watches every show of Gilmore Girls and talks about it, and it has people on from Gilmore
oh,
Girls.
the actor
Actor
who played
Luke,
Luke.
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Scott something.
Patterson.
Yes.
Yep.
What? Boy, even a blind squirrel
Hey,
finds a nut.
I love Gilmore Girls. Anyway, y'all, aren't they making a new movie of that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll watch it.
Let's get back to the show.
Let's get back to
that
the
was
show.
that was only we really should.
Oh, let's turn on our timer, y'all. We got to turn on our
That
timer.
was at least 10 minutes.
How do I do it?
Oh God! No, it's the beeping. The beeping.
Oh, I can't do it.
This is so stupid.
Oh, it's working. It's
Okay.
working. Okay.
Why is it 0?
I don't know. It's seconds.
I get it, but y'all, let's talk about Hare Krishna. Bakok! Krishna Hare.
Okay. Y'all, Jenny is,
She's at the ISKCON temple.
you know what, I'm going to, you know what? I've decided to start calling their segments 101 Ways Not to Marry Jenny. That's what this season's just going to be. Whoop, I thought of a new way.
And then maybe the next one is they actually go out to a big dump and live.
A big
That
dump.
is but they're still not
He
married.
tells Jenny, if we grow off the grid, I don't have to marry you.
And my mother
telling-
doesn't know where I am. It really is
101 Ways Not to Marry Jenny.
What's that song? 100 Easy Ways to Lose a Man. And
Yeah.
that's a good way to lose a man.
Wow. No one knows that song unless they're a professional homosexual or
A fan
they're-
of Wonderful
they're
Town.
or a woman in her 70s that lived in the jazz age.
I love those women. One of those women lives inside me.
It's true.
So, y'all, they're doing the Hare Krishna mantra at home.
Yeah.
And now, y'all, it is 16 words. Jenny can't
It's not well. It's not going
Hare
good.
Krishna, I believe Hare Hare, Hare
And then-
Krishna,
and then it's like
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Ram, and I'm doing this badly, but if I saw it right out there, you could memorize
Y'all,
it
it's
pretty
not,
quickly.
It's not a lot. Like later on when she does it, she's like, "Whoa, that's a lot." I was like, "Bitch, I'm Catholic. I had to do rosaries.
Y'all-
It's like the Apostles' Creed and like then Hail to Mary. Like it's
Yeah.
all this shit. And
It
I
is-
used to know it.
She has to memorize a sequence of
One
16
thing,
words.
Catholics have to do a lot of fucking shit, y'all.
And what looked like they crammed for it for several hours.
Several hours. He's like,
I finally got the chant going on.
He's like, finally, Jenny, you'll get it. He goes, oh, I won't have to marry her today.
So she's like, well, Jenny, I'm not going to go in there with you because you need to find this for yourself.
Oh.
Mostly because I need a good 2 hours
Yeah,
without
I need time away from
chicken
you.
clucking.
I need to get a chai latte. Really?
So
she walks into ISKCON.
She's like, I'm not a religious person.
not religious,
Person.
And so she just kind of walks up, y'all.
Did you
She meets this priest.
AJ or Ajay probably.
He is.
He's hot. I was kind of into it.
He
Did
is
you-
hot.
Did you know she's like, I'm going to learn how to be a devotee.
Yeah, how do I learn it? Yep.
Now, she keeps saying devotee, like it's the name of your father's hand, doty. I kept thinking devotee, but she means devotee or devotee.
It reminded me.
But she kept saying, I want to be a devotee. A
It
devotee.
reminded me of Lexi on Below Deck going, Lexi for
Deloney.
Deloney.
Give me a Deloney
Give
on
me a
rye,
Deloney.
please.
Y'all, below deck
Y'all,
is good.
Y'all, surprisingly, Lexi is still on that vessel. I don't know how.
Oh, you went into Reddit? She still is?
No, as of right now.
As of right now, y'all. Below deck is going to be good these
Now,
next couple
we haven't
episodes.
watched... We watched this week's episode.
Yeah.
But we have not seen next
No,
week's.
we have not. We have not. So
anyway...
And he says... and so she wants to know what it really takes to be a devotee.
And she says... and the two...
hot priest who says...
It's like, talk to these women over here. I didn't get their names. So here we go.
I have
Do
it. Kavita, like
Kavita.
K-A, Kavita, and then Haktamata.
Works for me.
Haktimata.
Haktimata. Yeah. I guess.
We're going to call them... No, we're going to call them by their names.
By their
'cause
names.
they're their names.
But these women are very patient. And they're saying
More
things
than
like,
patient.
And they're saying things like, and Jenny's like, so what do you have to do to be in a visionary? What do you do?
I like to walk around the yard and eat corn.
Sometimes eat my own poop.
Sometimes, yeah. I'm working on laying an egg, but I got to get into bed first.
And she says, the women say, the thing about it is, Jenny, everyone has a right to become Krishna conscious, which in other words, for the Hare Krishnas, which they're called, it's basically the International Society of Krishna Consciousness, and it is a way of
ISKCON.
ISKCON,
yeah.
And they're it is trying to enlighten people, and through meditation, through chanting, kind of bringing yourself peace.
It actually started in the U.S.
Yes,
in like New York. So,
but it's bigger in the Western world now
Yeah.
than it is, or the Eastern world, I should say.
yes.
So the women are basically showing her similar, like almost like rosary beads.
When I
And there's
looked at research,
108.
it's called a rosary. They call it
okay.
So 108 beads, because 108 beads are how many beads Poodle can put in his ass for anal beads.
on a bad day. If I stretch, who knows? The sky's the limit.
Somebody's like, Carl, what are anal beads? Not familiar. But no, it's like not like I don't want to say magical, but it's an important number for them.
And that you basically do the Hare Krishna mantra with each bead.
It's weird to see her here. I'm so used to like being the Catholic kid, going to like my friend's Baptist and Church of Christ, like churches where they like, at least where I was from, y'all, it was like they tried to indoctrinate me as quick as they can.
Yeah.
And aren't you used to that more in churches where you're from, or no? Because this seems so like,
yes,
if you
but
like it,
but
great.
this is Eastern
I know,
spiritual worship.
But it malfunctioned my brain to be like, this isn't religion.
Oh,
religion brings people in like freaking Scientology, and that's what I grew up with.
I agree. But the Eastern approach to religion is only that we only want to help you if you choose this.
Yeah.
And we're not going to talk you into anything.
I think
especially this type of
But I think
religion.
we're still out on this, because don't they? Isn't like sins of the flesh not a good thing for Hare Krishna?
Krishnas.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be boinking when you're not married.
Well, Poodle and I are out. Poodle and I are out.
And they will also
Because
need
it's
to
like
tell,
a body thing. Like
they'll need to tell Jenny that she needs to stick to vegetarian only.
oh yeah.
So for a chicken, that's hard to do sometimes. You're gonna want to eat like my lamb.
Like my lamb.
Or even like we saw on Lip, Love in Paradise.
Oh, yeah.
When Sherlon's chickens were just eating chicken.
Eating chicken.
It's like, that's your cannibals. Chickens don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
They'll eat anything. Much like us.
I didn't know chickens ate meat.
They don't, but if you feed them.
But they'll feed
chickens
it.
will
They'll
eat
eat it.
anything
They will.
you feed them.
It's true. Oh, I just got it. Your dick joke. Like somebody feeds us, we'll eat.
Yeah.
Or did you mean food?
Both.
Okay. It kind of works.
It works
same
that way.
So they do the whole rosary. They do the whole rosary with her.
And she's like, I have a peaceful feeling. Like a vibration inside me.
Which,
like my vibrator.
my
throat is very dry.
Yeah, my throat's dry from squawking. But yes,
my throat's dry from some
this
milk.
actually makes sense because this is what meditation does.
Yeah,
and
it's Om in Buddhism.
Yeah, it's like
yoga.
Om. Different words have different.
The vibrations
have different vibrations. Which I believe in.
Yeah, that's kind of been proven.
Yeah, it's science.
I like it how you thought you were being subversive by saying it.
It is for where we grew up.
That is true.
As Aunt Peggy says, Matthew, you can't worship that Buddha or that Muhammad because them false idols. Jesus don't like them false idols, baby. He'll smite you.
Do they have? And this is a question for you. Have you ever heard of Christian yoga? There's at YMCA where I'm from.
Krishna or Christian?
Christian yoga. They'll have Christian themed yoga because they think yoga is kind of either irreligious or not Christian, even though there's no.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how some types of evangelical Christianity.
Just simply because somebody took a yoga class and at the end the teacher said, Namaste. And they went,
yes.
What's that?
Sounds like witchcraft.
That's not amen.
Y'all come at us if you have Carl's wives in your lives who love their Christian yoga.
Because Hare Krishna actually is pretty accepting of other religions, right? Yeah.
Well, in general, in things like Hinduism, Eastern religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, Shintoism, everything can coexist.
Yes.
And it's very different.
As
to
Reverend
Western
Reverend Morgan at Lone Grove First Baptist, not familiar. Not familiar.
Reverend Morgan?
Yeah, I think he's dead now.
Well, hopefully he's in heaven or burning in hell. It's one or the other.
It's like because when Aunt Peggy thought Dad was going to die, and she said,
"Is your father saved?
Is he saved? I just need to make sure he's saved, Matthew. I just need to." And I said, "Well, I know he believes in a higher power or something." She's like, "Not the same. It's got to be It's got to be JC
in Jesus' blood.
It's got to be JC.
Are you washing the blood of the lamb, Chelsea?"
And I just told my dad, "Say yes."
It's so interesting that
But he believes in Jesus.
Is she the only one who's that religious in your family?
Everybody else is religious, but she's the one. My cousin, the one that's crazy now, the Plath one, cousin Lolo. When my grandma Hazel died, they were really big on making sure that she was saved. And so they kept talking to Grandma Hazel and talking. She's kind of out of it. And then at one point,
that's a great way to save someone from
at
Jesus.
the end on their deathbed. Grandma Hazel was sitting there, and then they said her eyes popped open, and she just went, "Woo!" and raised both of her hands real high. I swear to God, she went, "Woo!" And then she kind of fell limp. And Lori said, and that's when I knew she saw him.
That's seeing Jesus.
She accepted Christ in her heart.
No, she was
praying to her.
She saw some celestial dick.
Or she saw a tornado coming, and she was like, "Ah!" She was like, scared. Not again.
She went to the big tornado in the sky.
Woo! Twirled on up. Y'all, remember, Grandma Hazel was never the same after that tornado threw her. She got mean after that.
Ooh.
All right. Where are we?
I don't know.
Jitty. So, but this is great. Yes, meditating, it does. I remember but I remember one of my first experience with rosaries, even the rosary in the Catholic. It's a beautiful thing because it is this beautiful meditative
and you
experience.
get into this meditative state. There's chanting, there's vibration.
Jenny's just not. She's like, "Oh, this feels kind of like when I go to those gay bars in Palm Springs and the bass was really loud, and I felt just kind of jumbly afterwards.
I miss my gay friends. So they basically are talking to Jenny. They're like, maybe if you're having problems, and if you're being tested, and Jenny's like, I'm definitely being tested. She's been tested her whole life. And
I know. Don't you kind of want to know what happened to Jenny and her first husband?
Yes.
Like, don't you want to meet him?
So they say, maybe you try the spiritual side of life. And I wrote down, wait, could this be the option for Jenny that changes everything?
I thought, could this be like?
I had this flash forward of Jenny in the Delhi airport, as we said before, as someone said, a Delhi cut situation, which is this movie. Sissy suggested that. Could this
I gotta
be
get
it?
to. Could this be it?
Could she find peace this way?
She said that. Could this is realized that she has a lot of stress in her life. This could help her, and
So-
maybe this is not only for her to get married, but for her to have peace and tranquility.
So we find out when she's talking to Ajay or AJ, or
Hot
probably
priest.
Ajay, and she's like,
I'd like to try some of his flesh.
I said, this is when I actually got annoyed because the fucking bells that were ringing during this scene that were driving me up the wall.
I didn't even hear them.
They were deafening.
Didn't even
How
hear them.
could you? Every time Jenny would talk, it was like, ring, ding, 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 ding. And I'm sure it's some type of religious, but why couldn't filming said, hey, knock it the fuck off while we're doing this?
I don't think they're going to say that in the Ishkan temple in India.
But they could say, we're giving you a donation, which is, I'm sure, is what happened.
I didn't hear them at all.
Then something is wrong with you.
Or you're highly sensitive to sound.
Y'all, I've already gotten several DMs from people saying, how did you deal with those bells? So I was completely bothered. It took me out of the scene.
I'm sorry.
I could barely handle it. I had to turn down the volume and subtitle what was on there to make it through the scene. Because every time she was talking, it's like,
I was just imagining doing dirty things to the priest.
oh, Jesus.
I could ring his bell.
So anyway, she says, the priest says, what I would do, Jenny, is pray to Krishna that he would change the heart of your mother-in-law. Because of course, Jenny unloads on the story.
He's like, is it a family affair? Yes, it's a family affair. They want to stop us from getting married.
And all I thought of was, pray Krishna change her heart. Krishna would be like, look, I've got 88 avatars and 88 names, and I drove a celestial chariot, but I'm not fucking with that bitch.
I'm not fucking. She will come for me.
She's a monster.
She's a monster, and she's going to come for me. And so it's true.
And Ganesh isn't going to either.
Hands off, all of them. Hands off.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jenny, I'm
I
like,
drove a celestial chariot.
Jenny, I thought, okay, so Jenny, that's it. Jenny, just go home. Just let it sit in. But then Jenny, who just got there and just prayed, now suddenly like,
so what do you think about me getting a missionary visa?
it was just so and this hot priest, handled it flawlessly.
He's like, well, that's usually you give up your life and you're here every day. And that takes 3 to 5, sometimes 10 years. And she's like, that's not going to work for me.
That's not going to work for me. Smile.
She thought they were going to
She was
give
just gonna
her
say,
a
like,
visa
hey.
that day.
Yeah, hey, I love Krishna now.
Can you give me a certificate?
Can you give me a certificate so I never have to leave India? And
this is my get out of India free card.
The stupidest thing is, fucking Sumit believed it too. Who knows better?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't think he knows better. I don't think Sumit is very enlightened about anything.
Like, does Sumit think ice cream comes from plants in heaven? Like, he's just an idiot.
He is. He's dumb.
He is.
He's a piece of shit. He's probably he will go down in history as one of the most kind of useless men.
Useless.
Yeah.
Like, he's not even good in bed, y'all.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
And weirdly, he loves Jenny in his way, but it has to be one way for him.
It's a mom way.
Yep, I agree.
It's a mother way. It's not good.
And she tells Sumit it didn't work. He's like, oh, really? Oh, I guess.
Yeah, she's like, oh, yeah. So first things first. Some of it went good, but there was some bad. There was some bad. I got to go here for 5 days. It's not going to work, Sumit. It's not going to work.
And he's
And
like,
again,
oh, I guess we'll have to try something else.
you see the music play, and then like in a really bad Nora Ephron movie, you see 99 click down to 98 ways to not marry Jenny. I would love for someone to go through and just edit it all there in a rom-com of 101 ways not to marry Jenny. I'd almost pay someone to do it.
It's really hard to watch.
Oh.
Speaking of things that are hard to watch, let's go to rainy Seattle with Ellie. But before, let's take a quick little break so you can prepare for the sadness. Y'all, during the break, someone was watching more Schnauzer pics on Instagram.
I told Poodle.
To the song of Never Stop, Never, I love you always forever. That song is terrible.
It is.
Is that Donna Lewis?
I don't know.
And it was like a cover version, not even the song.
I was thinking we could both get Schnauzer puppies, and I can name mine Salt, and he can name his Pepper.
I think Salt, named by a dog, it's like a couple's costume as a dog name. Pepper is a dog name. Salt.
Pepper isn't Salt.
What would you call your dog?
Maybe
Salt?
I could say Salt in another language. Sounds better.
Like sell in French.
Hey Siri, how do you say salt in Spanish?
I know this.
I found 3 results in Spanish. Salt, as in white crystal seasoning used on food. Sal, as in taste.
Sal. S-A-L. Sal. Sal and pepper. I'm going to work on that one.
Wow.
Y'all, welcome back from the break.
Y'all, we're talking about Ellie and her adorable house in Seattle that I think is cute, that she's going to sell. Along with her business, which was a pizza restaurant that was supposedly making money, which she's going to abandon.
Why did you talk about pizza?
Ow.
Because everybody wants pizza on Sunday night.
True. Did you know she had a pizza tattoo? I noticed that too.
I think that's the one tattoo I could see you getting.
Just a big pie all over my thigh right
there.
here. Just a sloppy pizza pie.
Yeah, there you go.
Right next to my pizza pie.
Yeah, you should put it closer to the other one.
That's gross.
Is that a pepperoni? That's where you stick it.
Y'all, the tropical storm that we were worried about has turned into a Category 5 hurricane. Strangely, that's not the saddest thing about this segment.
You know, if you don't believe in signs, Ellie, I'd start believing.
She hasn't heard anything from Victor. She's very upset. Her friend Hiromi, who, boy, y'all, Hiromi's a good friend. Although she did come at her hard about this, but
out
that's
of love,
what friends should do.
Well, it is scary because I looked this up. It's Hurricane Iota, and it was a Category 5. And what she kind of mentions this
I thought that was
later.
normally called women's name or men's or women's names. Iota? That's like a Greek letter.
It's IOTA. That's
All right.
what I wrote down. But I could be wrong. But so it was 11. The eye of the hurricane was 11 miles from Providencia.
Wow.
So it was right there. They never usually have storms. Y'all, normally, if you're not familiar with geography, Colombia, this is in, like, I guess it's Central America considered, right? So, or what?
Colombia is in South America.
It's South America, but it's past like it's below past like the peninsula that comes up, and it's just they don't normally get storms this low, and they normally are higher up towards the Gulf. This destroyed. She said it wrong, at least what I read. This destroyed 80% of the buildings on the entire island.
Wow.
And 98 to 98% of buildings had heavy damage.
That's what she said.
That's what she meant.
Later on.
So it didn't destroy all, but so y'all, this was and it said the island was without power for 20 hours after the storm left.
Wow.
So this is why. So I just bring this up because they're seeing in real time how powerful this is. And I would be freaked out, too.
Yeah.
This would be like a whole fucking thing of like when Poodle was in China. I would not be sleeping at night.
So
the stress you put me through, the coma.
I won't apologize.
China. I have to get Botox because you've made me age.
That's why.
You should pay for it.
Yeah. You get sponsored by Botox.
Oh, I'd love it.
Sponsored by Botox.
Oh, yeah.
So, y'all, she's supposed to fly out in 3 days. So the choice here is to wait till you hear from Victor, to maybe move your flight, or let's go down to Providencia with no idea of what's going on, and let's dig through the rubble for my fiancé.
I kind of, after this decision, I was kind of like, oh, honey, I can't help you.
But,
like, you're just making bad
honestly,
decisions.
I know it was hard to be there by yourself, but you're an adult. You know you're better off thinking.
You don't even know when the airports are going to open up. And when they're going to let commercial air travel, because they probably need to bring in air travel to bring supplies.
Did you hear her when she said...
Speaking of hurricanes, by the way, y'all, someone posted this in the squad, by the way, but...
Mama Jovi,
Gwen, where they're in town, they were pretty devastated by what hurricane? Ida, yes. And so she started, I guess...
A GoFundMe.
There's a GoFundMe. It's not associated with us.
No.
But...
If you search...
One of our sissies did post it in the Facebook group, so you can give to that.
But we're not saying, because we have an idea of no social promotion. Members of the group cannot promote social stuff, but socially. But we are saying, please donate to
We're
Mama
making an
Gwen's.
exception for this because that community was devastated.
Yep. So she put it this way. She says, I've lost my husband, my mom, my dad, and another good friend. Strange when so many people close to you
She did not kill her husband.
passing away. Not saying anything happened.
Nothing.
It's just the conspiracy theorist in me.
She's a good person.
She might think she's ending their suffering. Maybe it's not all
This
bad.
is why people on 90 Day Fiancé won't come on our show. Like, it's
I'm just
not
saying,
one interview can we get.
No one has proven to me that Ellie didn't murder her husband, her previous husband.
I'm sorry, Ellie. I don't believe it.
Watch out, Victor.
Wow.
I'm going to hell. I'm aware. So I wrote down, I'm all for a romantic gesture. This is foolish.
It's foolish.
Because what does she think she's going to do?
Well, and also I'm confused because she hasn't packed anything in her house.
No, she just that's why I call a little bit of bullshit here.
It feels
then
weird.
She was saying things like, bye, America. You're going to come back because you still have to sell your house.
Yeah, like, you've got shit, like, literally your spices are there. Like,
there are socks in the corner of your house.
Yes.
So, the good thing is, his sister calls and leaves a voicemail and says, Baba, that's what they call him, is okay, and he loves you a lot, can't really say much, click. I guess she took
okay.
that, yes. I guess she took that to say, that's the signal that he wants me down there.
She still doesn't know where he is. She doesn't know if he's even on Providencia.
No.
Or if she's...
or if he's on San Andreas, which is a different aisle.
Yeah, so...
She's just going, and I wrote, I can't with this shit.
Hiromi, just bless her heart. She picks her up and takes her to the airport, and she takes her to the airport, and she says, and I get it. I bring this up talking about how bad the storm was, because Hiromi's like, I feel horrible. I feel horrible that I kind of went in on him, and now none of that matters. Like, if he survived, it's just a miracle. I think I read, I don't know how large the population of the island is, but 61 people died in the storm. So that's a good... that's a lot of people, and so
Hiromi's
she's like, none of that matters. That now
Hiromi's at the airport with her, and she basically tells Ellie, just don't disappear, because y'all,
that is bleak.
Ellie is just she gets down there, she doesn't have any family, obviously. She has her friends.
The thing I don't like, I shouldn't say like, but what hopefully makes me curious about the storyline is that this is almost like this would be like a movie, like where Kate Blanchett would play this character who has this kind of life crisis and like makes this kind of foolish decision, which we've all been in these situations where we've all stood there and thought, I can make this decision, or I could really kind of, but not in a good way, like making a horrible decision of foolishness.
But
in
a movie, she would be taking a chance, and her life wouldn't be that good to start with. It would be kind of, her life would be kind of colorless, Pleasantville style.
But
and
maybe that's the
then-
way her life feels. Maybe she just goes every day. She says,
But
3 pepperoni, 3 cheese. She makes pizza, order up, pay the rent, pay the light bill.
True.
Maybe this is her day.
also in a movie, he wouldn't have cheated on her and said he was basically in a relationship with another person.
And have a past instance of domestic violence.
That's what I'm saying. This is not The Notebook.
No, it's not The Notebook.
This
but I'm thinking,
isn't. Or
but I don't mean it that it's romanticized. I mean, like, I don't mean this like in a good way. I mean, like, we all have where we just are not in our right minds and we make a bad decision. Like, I look at her and I think, is she like clinically depressed and just really not able to make a good decision? That's what I meant by that. Not Notebook style, but like bad decisions.
I think she's looking for her next victim.
Can we move on?
Anyway, she gets down there. She's going to... Y'all, let me just clarify how many flights Ellie's having to take. Seattle, Dallas to Bogota, Bogota to the island of San Andreas. Now she obviously has to take a boat or something.
I don't know.
Puddle jumper.
Some guy named Shrimpy is going to pick her up in a boat and take her across. I don't know.
But she's like, I don't have any signal. Or she's like, I send him a text.
She's in San
Andreas.
And so she said he still, I think, is on Providencia.
She's like, because he hasn't seen my text yet and hasn't gone through.
Because they have no power or problem. They probably don't have cell phone coverage for a while. Poodle. Question. If you love somebody in a relationship.
If you love someone.
Speaking of loud.
Screamed.
Wow, that was loud. How many legs of a plane trip would you take to see someone that you loved?
Well,
would you do 3 legs of a plane trip?
When I was I had that summer in New York City where I wouldn't even date someone where I had to change trains. So
what line are you on?
I mean,
the F line? Ooh.
I mean,
gonna be no F on this line.
You get no F. Not taking no F train.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Bayside Heights.
It'd be hard.
Sorry.
It'd be hard for me to. It would be hard for me to decide to take 3 different flights if I did not know he would be even there. No, this is a romantic fallacy.
Yeah.
Everything about it. Y'all, she has shown you how she's going to treat the rest of this season right away.
Yeah, she has.
By sticking her head in the sand.
She showed us in the first episode when she said, love makes you do crazy things. And actually, love doesn't make you do crazy things.
And also, love is going to make your hair really fucking crazy down there with those curls in Providencia.
Yes.
Please wear a hairnet.
It's true.
Because that does not need to be on camera.
It doesn't. It's not going to be good.
Hopefully you'll just spritz it down with some Aussie Scrunch spray the whole time.
Yes.
That's the only way it's going to work. Shall we move on to Alina and Stephen with a V, not Stephen with a PH, because Stephen with a V is odd.
It's odd. He is odd. Boy.
So Alina, y'all, we found out her mother does own a furniture store.
Yes.
Because I was looking, I'm like, God, some of that furniture is not cute. Looks like it's 30 years old.
Yeah.
There we are.
There we are.
So her friend Masha stops by the furniture store. She's like closing it up. And
Y'all,
she's
it's
like,
very like, it's like, it reminds me of like when the three fairies in Sleeping Beauty decide to do magic and they shut all the windows and put like, plug up every hose. So Melissa, she's like, let me lock the store up.
let me look at
And
this
she
store.
locks the store up and then they sit on this, I think the only word for it is a garish purple couch.
Ghastly.
Just the poor
No one wanted this one.
No one wanted it.
As The Sound of Music said, the poor didn't want this one.
And the mom said, use the purple couch. Somebody's going to see that on television and want
We can finally sell that after 22 years.
Yes. Woo! Anyway, y'all, they sit down on the couch. And Alina is with her friend, again, Masha. And she says, Masha, look, this is all in Russian. She says, look, I have a problem, and I was hoping you could help me.
Do me an important favor.
An important favor, y'all. And she goes, she said, well, first of all, you know that Steven asked me to date other girls. And y'all, this was like out of
He asked to date.
To date other
not
girls.
That she should date other girls.
That'll come next.
It's a different
It's
thing.
true. And Masha, like in a movie, goes, sunshine. No.
I'm here for
no.
this.
It's so dramatic.
Masha thinks this is her audition for Three
Chekhov.
Sisters.
Yes, y'all. This was so dramatic.
The Moscow
and I loved it.
the Moscow new revival of Three Sisters.
And so she says, Alina says, I need to make sure he's going to be faithful, Masha. I need to make sure of this, Masha.
Oh, what did you have in mind?
Well, I was wondering, can you find him on a chat, Masha?
I need you to trust his faithfulness.
Trust. This was like, I'm telling you. And,
That's what it felt like.
and Alina says,
Remember, this friends gave her this idea.
Yeah, she said-
y'all, make no mistake. This is a terrible idea.
this is a terrible idea and kind of the best idea.
I would totally do something like this.
Oh. I wouldn't.
I would. What's that sound? Oh. Is that a raven knocking against? I smell cigarettes.
Uh-oh, everybody.
What is that
Look.
music?
It's that sad Russian music. This isn't sad Russian music.
I'm gonna go.
This is not what I wanted.
I'm gonna go take a break. I have a feeling we have a visitor.
I think we have a visitor, everybody.
Wow, you learned.
There we go. Why do I smell cigarette smoke? Here she is, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, it is I, Olga.
It's Olga
Pudolskaya.
Pudolskaya.
Poodle's cousin from Russia.
Here she is. Wow, that's
I am senior.
That's a new hairdo, Olga.
I'm senior. Is it not right?
I don't know how your part is not centered.
It was
it's
hard
almost
to-
like you're wearing a bad
It
wig.
was hard to fly here.
Okay. It's really, wow. Well, Olga. So, Olga, thank you for being here. You know, you were here just last week. What keeps you in L.A.?
Well, I got a lot of irons in the fire.
Okay.
I got a lot of things. I got some deals going on.
Okay.
Often with production. Your town is well known for production.
Are you going to make a movie?
Not movie production.
Okay.
Production of furs.
Oh.
We actually create. We get rats. And we know it's not we kill rats.
Okay.
No. They dead already.
Oh, okay.
So dead rat, we go into sewer, get dead rat, and then we wash it and we stitch fur together.
And-
we make those cute little fur like this people have.
Do you tell them that they're rats?
What rat?
Okay, Olga. So,
No, they genuine fur.
okay, that's
Genuine
what I thought.
fur. Rat fur still fur.
Yeah, Olga, I know that
Doesn't matter what they come from.
Poodle sent you a clip
Yes,
of this.
yes.
And we just wanted to know
I
your
have researched. So this is what we call. So Elina is asking Masha to do something we in Russia very commonly call Nozhiskus Mala, which
What does that mean?
Which
What's
is
the translation
called
of that?
Designated slut.
Designated slut.
Kind of
Okay.
like your designated hitter rule.
Okay, yeah.
Your pinch hit.
Yes,
You know,
okay,
pinch
designated
hit.
slut.
She's going to be slut, so
Okay.
other girl doesn't have to be.
Okay.
She's going to be slut and try to tempt because
But she's just going to talk to him online. She's not sleeping with him. You know that, right?
she's
not having
not
sex with him.
familiar.
She's just going to talk to him online.
What's the point of that? No, you have to go and you see how far the guy going to go. And then when he take off clothes, then you snap picture, you snap.
Wait. Where do you
see picture of Dinky that fold
okay.
underneath pot belly? Because with Russian oligarch, they have very small penis, pot belly fall over.
Okay.
You pull up belly and go snap. You get pickup penis, you send to wife.
Where do you?
That's what's happening here, right?
Okay. Yes, I think. Where do you hide the camera, Olga?
What do you like to know? Actually, at Purulskaya Institute, we have camera actually implanted in anus.
Oh,
So
wow.
when you're dancing for him, all type of sexy.
Okay.
You're
I'm
dancing
sorry.
all types of sexy. You go chick.
So,
chick,
Olga, we
chick,
do have
chick.
people that have a video subscription right now that are horrified.
Well, then Olga is getting paid at least double.
Oh,
This is paid, right?
no, it's
Why am I
not.
here?
Do you approve?
I have Chinese businessmen waiting on me in Glendale.
Do you approve of how Alina's doing this?
She's trying her best. She's
Okay.
trying her best. What she need to tell Masha to do is get in there and you need to Gucci him. You know what Gucci
No, I don't know
means?
what that means, and I'm scared to ask.
You basically say Gucci in the email or whatever you're talking to him, and when he says back, "What do you mean Gucci?" and she's like, "I need some Gucci right now. I need Gucci."
Oh, okay.
You Gucci him.
So
you Gucci
she needs
him.
a Gucci purse.
Yes.
Okay.
And if he good American man, he give her Gucci purse
or
pants.
I have to ask: did Alina or Masha go to the Olga Pudaskaya school?
No, they said Russian girl. They no go. They can neither have Masha. She's pretty girl, but she not having the spark. She
Okay.
needs to learn. These are girls who need to have help. She needs to try and trick Mormon boy into marriage, and the only way to do that, you say you're pregnant.
All right,
It
Olga.
has worked with Olga countless times. I have pregnancy tests ready.
Okay, Olga. Well,
Any
thank you.
lady have 2 lines just ready to go.
Olga, is that a Bentley that I saw that just went
Oh,
outside
where?
the door?
Where?
All right. Thank you so
Where?
much for being here, Olga. I
До
think
свидания.
okay. See you later. Bye, Olga. I just want to remind people the opinions of Olga Pudolskaya are not the opinion of reality gays.
It's good rest.
Did you have a good nap there, Poodle?
Just a good 3 minutes.
She was. We're gonna get letters today,
All right.
just so you know. It's your cousin.
I'm not responsible.
Wow. I just want to say that Alina says, yeah, I asked Masha to do this because Steven knows all my friends and he's never met her and doesn't know her at all. And I went, don't fuck with this woman.
I think this is showing us a lot who Alina is. And it's also showing us what extent she will go to again. I would this thought would cross my mind because that's how my brain works too. However, I knew in my heart that if I did this, there's no going back from it.
The Mar in me would want to do it,
There's no going back though.
but then my mom's side of me would say, don't do this.
There's no going back.
There's no going back. So I actually
This is a
don't think I could
devil's
do-
bargain, y'all.
Yeah.
Because 2 things are going to happen. One of 2 things. He's going to say, no, I have a girlfriend. And then that will precipitate another 2 things of what can happen. She will have to tell him, or she will never tell him.
And he'll see it on the show.
Exactly.
So she'll have to tell him.
The second thing that could happen, going back to the first stage, is he flirts with her. Maybe it's just being nice. He thinks he's talking to a Russian girl, and he's an odd duck.
He's an odd duck.
So the thing is, whatever response he has to Masha is not going to make Alina happy.
No.
Y'all, this is going to be disastrous.
Yeah. It's not going to be good.
She's going to blame her friends forever for this.
As Masha says, what if he does flirt with me? And Alina says, this will be the last straw.
Yeah.
And I wrote, this is a dramatic. And Masha says, then I agree to do it. And so
I will get my role of Nina.
yes. And so y'all, she grabs her phone and Alina says, Russian, in Russian.
Write to
in
him in
Russian,
Russian.
In Russian. He'll like that more.
Use winking emoji.
It's like, yeah, it's like she knows what he gets off on.
Yep.
And so
You point out the place. You say, tell me about that place.
tell me about. She says yes, and they construct this whole thing, and Masha's like, I'm really good at this. She like comes up with all this elaborate thing. Meanwhile, y'all, Steven is just trying to poop.
And he's saying, goodbye, room.
Goodbye, bear.
Goodbye, Mr. Bear, that I wanted a amusement park that I really regret having now.
Or goodbye, Mr. Bear, that I put that hole in that I don't want to tell my mom and did things with.
Goodbye, edition of Play-Doh I saw on the shelf that I can just say I have on my shelf that I've never read.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye, anime characters that I didn't pretend were in slash fiction at all. Y'all, this is the weirdest version of Good Night Moon ever.
Anyway, y'all, he's so kooky. He's got this thing with his hair that he has to brush around. I'll just be honest. If I was on that show and I would say, Steven, can we just get a little cover up on your forehead?
Yeah, they don't put makeup on me or anything at all.
It's just like, why wouldn't they do
y'all,
that?
Because y'all know Andre wears powder. He's
has to.
I want to look good, Lib.
Yeah. But it'd be so easy for him just to put a little cover up.
But we see, though, y'all, like I've said, there is more to this. Because they're getting ready to leave, and they go to leave, and we all talked about this earlier. He wanted to snack and go to the bathroom. Mom's like, we don't have time for that. And then his stepfather, and y'all, sometimes step-parents can be a little more discerning than the biological
I
parent.
forgot that it's his stepdad.
And his stepdad, Bob, said, my biggest concern with Steven is following the rules.
Because he doesn't think they apply
He
to him.
sometimes doesn't think they follow to him. And I wrote, I bet the parents in one way are relieved that he's leaving so they don't have to deal with him. But then are also his mom, you can tell, is terrified.
Oh, yeah.
Because he could do something and end up in fucking prison or something.
And he's like, he's basically saying, I need to tell Alina about my history of sexual relationships. Which means there's more than one.
Yeah. I think more and more is going to come out about this guy.
I think she's going to freak out about this because he's been we must be pure. We must.
And we see from next week, they meet and he's having her read from the Book of Mormon that night.
Also, one of the most objectionable things he does, as according to all of you who listen, is he's at the airport and leaves his suitcase in the middle of the floor to say hello to him. In the door. I had a problem with it too.
Y'all, it's not going to go good.
He's like, this is the first day of the rest of my life. We'll see.
We'll see.
Think again, Stephen, with a V.
Or it could be the beginning of when you remember how you got yourself in a Russian prison.
Y'all, that's the show.
That's the show, everybody. You can go to realitygazepodcast.com and find out all the other stuff we're doing. Hey, y'all, if you appreciate this show and you've enjoyed it, really means a lot to us. If you go on Apple Podcasts, if you have it, or if you don't listen on your phone but you have an iPad, you can go on Apple Podcasts.
An iPad,
and leave a 5-star review.
Thank you.
Leave a 5-star. If you don't know what to write, just say, "Como se dice keep going, Queens" in Russian.
I'm not sure.
I'm not. Let us know, Russian sissy.
Blagosveda. I'm making something.
Y'all, we call these people lonely hearts, Poodle, because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love?
Yes.
And in literally all the wrong places, Ellie.
All the wrong
places.
Y'all, and if you have you ever went through 24 hours of straight flying and you say, Well, my hair still looks good. Call us.